This is Matthew Cratter from Trader University, and today I want to talk about why cryptocurrency memes really matter. They seem like a fairly trivial thing, but as I hope to show you, they're actually very, very important for building a community and for building a new currency. If you're interested in learning how to make money in both bull or bear markets, or you just want to see what I'm trading or investing in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So if you've watched my videos, you know that I like to include a lot of memes. I think they're a very good teaching tool, and I think they're also a nice way of sort of a mnemonic trick for packaging up information. You probably heard of Richard Dawkins. He's more known for his atheism, but he had a very interesting early book, I believe it was called The Selfish Gene, where he coined this term memes. And it was coined based on, it was modeled on the word gene. So genes are kind of a basic unit of evolution. Memes are a basic unit of cultural evolution. And so we can understand a meme as just a small packet of information that is packaged in such a way that can be easily understood or spread. I like to think about memes as sort of mind viruses that spread through society. They spread from one person to another. And good memes are highly transmissible. Bad memes just don't make any sense, and they're not really evolutionarily successful spreading through society. I think meme theory is an interesting way of looking at culture and how culture changes. One of the founding memes of the United States, if you want to think of it that way, is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, obviously from the Declaration of Independence. But this is really, sometimes people don't understand what happiness means. It's a little bit archaic term, but it still is a meme. It's very easy to understand and to pass on. A more recent American meme would be "In God We Trust," which is the official motto of the United States. It replaced, in the 1950s, it replaced "E pluribus unum," out of many, one. At that point, I think they stopped teaching Latin in school, so we needed an English motto that meant something different. "In God We Trust" seemed like a good way to fight the communist threat, etc., sort of godless, atheistic communism. But I think it's ironic that it's ended up on the U.S. dollar, especially considering how the dollar's been debased. But this is another thing, "In God We Trust," that's very easy to transmit as a meme. I would say, whether you like him or not, Trump has great persuasive abilities, and he really is a master of memes and one-liners. His campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again," or "Make America Great Again Again." I can't remember what his new version of it is. "Lock her up," "Build the wall." Some of these are offensive to some people, some are not, but one thing you can say about them is that they're very memorable. And I would say that one reason that Hillary Clinton lost, among a host of reasons, is that her memes were not as good as Trump. This sounds like a very trivial thing to say, but when you hear "Make America Great Again," everyone will attach what they want to that. Maybe they'll remember what life was like in the 1950s, and they're sort of nostalgic for that. But it's a fairly ambiguous thing. You can decide what what great America means to you, and whatever that is, it just means you should vote for Trump. Whereas Hillary Clinton's meme, the main one I remember was "I'm with her," which is not as it's not as ambiguous, and it's not as memorable, and it also doesn't sound sort of as open-hearted. It sounds like you're taking sides. If you say "I'm with her," that means you're against someone else. But who can argue with "Make America Great Again"? Now, obviously, it's debatable whether Trump indeed did that. I'm not going to get into politics in this video. But a good meme, a good language meme, is just a few words, maybe 3 or 4 words, and it is easily transmittable. So those are examples sort of political or nation state memes. We can talk about the most famous Bitcoin meme, which is HODL. This is a misspelling of hold. It comes from a Bitcoin forum message in December 2013. And the user who was posting this was probably inebriated and said, "I'm hodling," and just did a misspelling. And this really caught on as kind of a funny, memorable version of the kind of Warren Buffett buy and hold strategy. But this is HODL, kind of updated for millennials and Gen Z in the modern age. Afterwards, people have always said that it might just stand for "hold on for dear life," but I think that's probably kind of a further development of the meme. Some other famous Bitcoin memes, and I do think Bitcoin has the best memes of any cryptocurrency. Stack sats and stay humble. I think this was Matt Odell who came up with this. You can follow him on Twitter. Sats are just satoshis. Each Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million satoshis. Stacking is a little bit like stacking poker chips at the casino, or stacking silver coins, or whatever you choose to stack. But it has this nice alliteration, and it also it's a good reminder that perhaps the best way to get into Bitcoin is to slowly cost average. You stack a few sats every day or every week. And it's also a good reminder that there are such things as satoshis or sats, that you don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. 21 million is another Bitcoin meme. This is obviously how many Bitcoin there are. This is the max supply, and it's just a good reminder of scarcity. If anyone ever comes along and tries to raise the cap to 24 million, this number 21 million is sort of imprinted, is probably a better word, imprinted on the minds of all Bitcoiners. And so they'll be more hesitant to raise the cap. And I think probably one of the better Bitcoin memes as well is digital gold. Everyone knows what gold is. They know it's scarce. It's something that is a store of value and maintains wealth. And so I think calling Bitcoin digital gold, even though there's some inaccuracies, for example, we don't know the true supply of gold, the true max supply under the ocean, under the ground, etc., or in outer space. But we do know the total supply of Bitcoin. So calling it digital gold, you'll see this in Wall Street ads now. And I believe Paul Tudor Jones even referred to Bitcoin as digital gold. Now, the reason I think memes are so important is that cryptocurrencies and memes are both products of the internet, really. And this is, even though we had life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, these sort of memes before, memes have really come into their own in the age of the internet. And so I would suggest that the best cryptocurrencies have the best memes. And memes are a way of building strong communities. So good memes create sort of a shared common culture. They build strong communities. And then strong communities themselves, especially communities that have a lot of smart people in them or funny people, those strong communities themselves will create good memes. And this is one way that Bitcoin has spread. Bitcoin has spread through Bitcoin culture, talking about HODLing and stacking sats, etc. And it really creates a positive feedback loop. And it attracts the kind of people who probably are going to be interested in Bitcoin. And so both memes and cryptocurrencies benefit from this positive feedback loop, benefit from network effects. So the more members you have in the network, the stronger the network grows, just like the eBay marketplace or Facebook, etc. You go on Facebook used to go on Facebook because your friends were on there or your relatives, etc. And I think that I always get this in my YouTube comments, but I think people really underestimate the social value of memes and the social community that surrounds Bitcoin. So if you're just focused on the tech side of things, if you're just focused on the cryptography side of things, you're going to miss out on how important this social aspect is. It doesn't really matter if your new coin has a bigger block size or you can send your money faster, etc. Bitcoin's already there. It has the largest market cap. It's the most liquid. It has the best memes. It has the best network. It benefits from these network effects. Or I should say it has the largest network, just the most people interested in it. And I think we can compare Bitcoin's memes and see how good they really are by comparing them to some failed memes from other cryptocurrencies, from other failed cryptocurrencies like XRP, for example. XRP the Standard is one of those memes that it never really worked. It was popular a few years back. And the idea was XRP would become the new banking standard. It'd be the new asset that everyone would, that all the US banks would use to send currency back and forth. And this never really happened. I don't think the XRP community understands that it's not really needed to send things back and forth. They can just convert everything to dollars or whatever it is, or even Bitcoin. And so it's kind of ironic because XRP has never been the standard and it won't be the standard. And so XRP, and you obviously have the XRP army that likes to haunt my comments. These are many of their memes, and they're not very good. XRP army is sort of good, but XRP the Standard never really never really took off simply because no one thinks of XRP as being the standard for anything. So I would say that good memes have to represent reality well. And to give an example of another dying meme from another sort of dead project, which would be Litecoin. I often get this in my comments as well. Litecoin is the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And this sort of plays on the fact that, if you get a gold medal, that's the best. If you get a silver medal, still really impressive in the Olympics or whatever. And so this was a very good marketing slogan that the Litecoin project folks came up with. And it still sticks around. So it's not a terrible meme. But the problem is people don't understand that there's no reality behind it. Because of network effects, cryptocurrencies is really a winner-take-all category. And so Bitcoin and possibly Ethereum are just swallowing everything. And there's no room for something like Litecoin, especially when you understand what the role of silver was in the old gold standard system. Silver was basically for small change, for small coins, simply because gold was always very expensive. It was hard to divide. You can make a tiny gold coin, but it would still be worth too much money. It would still have too much purchasing power. And so for making change, you needed silver coins. But Bitcoin doesn't need a silver because Bitcoin itself is divisible to 8 decimal points. As we said, there are 100 million Satoshis in a Bitcoin. And so when you understand this and you understand the history of the gold and silver standard, you realize that Litecoin, this is just a pure marketing slogan. Bitcoin doesn't really need Bitcoin gold, or Bitcoin's gold doesn't need a silver, simply because Bitcoin itself is essentially infinitely divisible. I would suggest that if we sort of scroll back, we can see that memes have always been very important to investing and important to building communities. So obviously there have been lots of Elon Musk and Tesla memes, and I think these have really helped to create the Tesla and Musk community. It's helped to create the community that's against them, the short sellers as well, but you kind of know what Musk Tesla culture is because of all the memes circulating online on Twitter and other places. Buy and hold is kind of a classic investing meme. Buy the dip, which has been transmuted into buy the freaking dip, or however you want to say it. Buy the dip, sell the rip is another old meme. I think it's boggleheads who say it's not timing the market, but time in the market that matters. In other words, you don't want to time the market. You just want to always be invested, probably in an index. Baron Rothschild was famous for saying buy when there's blood in the streets. And then Buffett has his own version of it. Warren Buffett has his own version, which is be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. So these are very classic examples of memes. And I think one way to identify future projects, future cryptocurrencies which are interesting or have some chance of taking off, or stocks like Tesla that have a good chance, is to look at the memes that surround them and to sort of see what the community is like, what the culture is like. And so I hope this video has helped you to see memes in a new light. It's a way of creating culture. It's a way of creating a network of people around a stock or around a cryptocurrency. And I would suggest that one reason Bitcoin is in the lead and maintains the lead is because of the superior quality of its memes. Please hit the subscribe and like button if you found this video helpful. Let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. And thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video.